This is a Sky Striker, and I'm here at Adani Aerospace, and I have with me Swapnil Jalundhwala. Please walk us through what these things are. Very fascinating machines that we see. You said this is a suicide mission vehicle.
Yes, so myself Swapnil, and what you see over here is the capability that Adani has established across UAVs, counter drones, missile systems, small arms and ammunitions. The major focus area for establishing this capability was Make in India, and you know that since a couple of years our focus of doing production in India, setting up local capabilities has increased, and all this what you see over here is predominantly developed and manufactured keeping that focus in mind. So what you see here, this is a complete section of UAVs that we are manufacturing. By the way, today we were here for the flag off ceremony of one of our, I would say, the flagship UAV product, which is Drishti 10 Starliner, which is again developed and manufactured over here in India, and which is being handed over to Navy. And what you see here, this is a loitering munition, this is a Sky Striker, this suicidal drone, and this is something which is like this drone is used like, I would say, it behaves like a drone for some time, and whenever it finds a target, okay, it will just go and strike there. It is based on ammunition.
My camera person is fascinated with that one, so please explain to us
So
this tandem.
This is tandem is a
Let us
logistic
come
drone.
back.
Yeah, it's a logistic drone, and it is something which is like developed on the design of something called Chinook. But the way it has been designed is it can be operated in very high altitude region, can carry a load of more than 20 kgs, 20-25 kgs, and continue its operation. What you see here.
So it's a combat.
No, this is for mainly logistics purpose,
Okay.
and even if you have to drop something from the middle portion, central portion, it can definitely do that.
So is that the load?
That is a
these will
load.
drop?
That is a load. Yes. But the most important part is this designed for high altitude operations, because in the army and other areas, right, we are required to fly at 4,500 meters, 5,000 meters, 5,500
That's why
meters.
it's very sleek also.
That's why it is sleek, and it has been developed and designed for that.
All this I should understand is Atmanirbhar,
All
and
this is Make in India. All this Make in India, developed and manufactured by local MSMEs along with us on all the subsystems and products.
what is
And
this called now?
This is called Sting Bee. Okay, this is a very different platform, wherein this was proposed and offered to Indian Air Force as part of Meher Baba competition. There is a concept of swarm drones. Okay, wherein multiple drones conduct
Can
certain
attack.
operations on its own, and all types of collision avoidance, all types of GPS denied operations taken care by those drones. So this was one of the drones, okay, which was used as a swarm operations when we had given to Indian Air Force as a part of Meher Baba, and we were one of the 3 companies who got finally qualified for offering this system. This is completely Indian product, and the best part about this product is, see, one of the focus areas, or I would say one of the intentions of Adani is also to ensure that we handhold the startups, we incubate the startups, we incubate some good companies, and this was done by incubating some of very good students. Okay, like they were a part of that company. We incubated them from DCE.
So the young
this
are
is
also
the-
getting into it, who are
Yes.
people who are tech oriented. You're giving them that opportunity to use their innovation to serve the country.
Of the country, and they need support, they need financial support, they need technical support. That's what we provide as a company, and ensure that we bring the product to the end.
This has been marked as Vibram. What does that mean?
Yeah, so Vibram is another product, okay, which is, I would say, it is definitely 2 kgs of payload carrying, but the best part is it has got 50 kilometer of range. Okay, so whenever you want to operate something at a very long range and for very high endurance, okay, this is the one that will be used for the surveillance purposes. It has a capability to take off and land even on the moving surface also. Okay, so that will definitely give the Indian Navy also to operate these platforms of the moving ships.
This very small one, drone,
Yeah.
Luck.
So the drones are like identified into micro, nano, first nano, then micro, and then mini and small and tactical, and then of course the strategic class of drones. This is something which is a micro class of UAV which we have developed, and this is like hand launched and with 15 minutes of endurance, and it can operate in GPS denied environment. Something like the troops can carry with them. They enter a particular building, they do a recce with this particular platform, they get complete feed before they go inside. So it's a very strategic thing, okay, strategic UAV which we have developed.
So you don't physically need to, for instance, let's assume if there's a fictional attack on a building and you want to see what's happening inside, you can send that in and you're seeing without
You get a
GPS.
you got a complete picture of what is inside, and that will give you the situational awareness over there.
Okay, that's fascinating. And this one, what is it?
So this is a combination of 3 equipment, and one is of course the radar that we have. Okay, so this is a counter drone system. So you must have heard that a lot of drones are being used for even as rogue drones, okay, to attack certain infrastructural setups and other places. So in order to avoid any such attacks, okay, or counter those threats, there is called a counter drone system which is actually used, and this is a counter system which we have developed here again in Hyderabad by our very good set of engineers and with the good set of MSMEs who are working along with us.
So this can be deployed in the border.
Yes. So this is mainly used for border applications, is used for commercial applications if you have to give a protection to particular strategic assets. We also deployed it some of the international borders, okay, and they are working absolutely.
It's already operational.
It's already operational and it's a range of 10 kilometers plus. So at the range of 10 kilometers it can detect and even neutralize a drone within 12 to 15 seconds. The entire operation is within 15 seconds can be conducted.
One, of course, is the security threat, physical threat. The second is, you have drugs being brought in across the border. Are these capable of actually detecting them and also neutralizing those kind of targets as well?
Yeah. So see, the detection is done by the RF detection, the radar detection, and the UI detection. So that more than 99% of detection is covered. Now, this can exactly tell you the location of the drone, from where it is coming, what is the trajectory, who is the operator, what is the GPS coordinates, and once you jam it, you will find the drone along with the package lying there. This is the accuracy with which the system operates, and this has been tested by MOD, MHA, and various other organizations for this.
The AI is there inside this to be able to detect what it is.
Yes, the AI is there inside this, and we have a command and control center, okay, which differentiates between the drone and the bird as well.
Okay. What is this now? SnapX.
So for certain operations, you need more of a takeoff, which doesn't take enough space, but then you need a speed and the stability like a fixed wing. Okay, so this is a vertical takeoff and horizontal glide UAV. Okay, so this has got around 2 hours of endurance and a range of more than 15-20 kilometers. And this is being used again at high altitude operations like 5,500 meters. It has been tested for it. But again,
Aren't all drones, forgive my ignorance, but aren't all drones capable of vertically ascending actually?
No, not necessary, because so far only these types of drones were being used for vertical takeoff and landing. These were mainly done by catapult launch. Okay, so you needed a separate device, a big device to launch such equipment. But by introducing the new technology like this, we're able to convert this entire thing into vertical takeoff and landing, which means that any soldier, okay, doesn't need to carry that launcher wherever it has to go. So just pack up this drone, go to the mission area and start the operation. You don't need to worry about carrying a launcher for this.
So all this range of drones we are talking about, increasingly, we do understand that combat itself is going to be not so much with the physically people going in, but the unmanned vehicles are going to actually do the job. Use of AI.
Very true. So I think the future of the combat is definitely like people are going to use more and more unmanned systems, and especially when with less of human risk, with less of cost, and definitely with more of technology. If you're able to conduct the same operations, this is something which is what people are looking for.
What actually is this?
See, these are the ammunitions. Okay, these are the. See, we are into small, medium, and large caliber of ammunitions, wherein we are coming out with one of the largest facilities in Kanpur. Okay, so these are small. These are those grades of ammunitions. Okay, which are being used. Okay, and this will be manufactured over there.
So you were telling me that you have facilities not just in Hyderabad but in Gwalior where the arms are manufactured, and also Bengaluru, and where else?
So see, we have a small arms manufacturing facility in Gwalior, ammunition in Kanpur, and UAVs and counter drones and missiles are being done in Hyderabad and Bangalore. So these are the
and all this is actually going to be is being used by the armed forces. You have already given to our soldiers.
Whatever you see here, okay, all of the things are being used by Indian services as well as is also being exported outside. So most of the equipment are like already tested at this area of operations, and there are some equipment where the R&D is going on. We have reached some TRL level 7, 8, and once we reach TRL level 9, we'll be able to offer that.
And where is India positioned? When you're talking about indigenous and also exporting, where are we positioned in terms of these kind of arms and ammunition manufacture and indigenous capability?
See, I feel that after the government's push of Make in India, I think there is a lot of, I would say, improvement and motivation by Indian companies, okay, to ensure that we come out with the local products, with localized products, but with definitely the standards of the global markets, okay, competitive products as well. And we see a lot of good companies coming out on the indigenization approach. They're coming out new technologies, new products, new solutions, and we have really seen very good offerings by various companies over here. There are someone who is very good in UAVs, there are someone who is very good in small arms, someone in defense systems, but it is definitely helping the country a lot on this.
Okay. The centerpiece in this room full of arms and UAVs is this one. What is this?
So this is what you see is again a type of drone, is a hexacopter, and this is a very different product, okay, which I would want to speak about. See, most of the products that you saw over here is used for surveillance. One you saw for loitering munition, which is itself is a kamikaze drone. But this is a product which we have developed along with DRDO as a part of DCPP, wherein we attach a missile along with this drone. So this drone is used to go identify location and then launch a missile from there and destroy that particular asset. So it's called UAV launch precision guided munition. It's a combination of UAV and a
What
missile.
distance and height does it travel?
So this has got a range of around 15 kilometers, and the guided munition has a range of around 4.5 kilometers. That means around what we can say is around 19 to 20 kilometers you can easily cover and eliminate any threat that is over there. So
So the accuracy is obviously built in this.
yeah, so we are already supplying to Indian Army, and all these supplies are possible only after we would have demonstrated the accuracy as well. So yes.
This one says DRDO India. What is this? Sure,
So
Shurats.
very briefly, whatever you see over here, this is a long-range guided bombs, Vishwarats, ULPGM, okay, which is a part of the UAV thing, okay, which goes in the UAV. Then we have NGARM and NASM. So all these are the missiles. okay.
Decodify all that. All that is acronym which doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to us. Yeah.
So these are like missiles which we are working along with DRDO as a part of development come production partner. So this again, like when we speak about indigenization, make in India, it is very important that we are developing the capability right from design, development and manufacturing. And
So
these
this
are
is the
missiles.
ULPGM which is going to go into that drone
that
for
drone.
attack. Yeah.
Exactly. So this particular initiative of partnering with DRDO, developing with them, okay, designing with them, okay, we have around 300 plus people who are only working on the development of these prototypes and productionizing it. So this is something which is contributing to Make in India, and all these missiles that you see, okay, is being now offered at more than 90% IC. So this is another
90%?
indigenization
Okay,
content.
indigenization. I see.
So this is another I would say aspect of Make in India that Adani is also looking at, and with this we are working on 7 different missile platforms. Okay, and we definitely want to contribute more. This is entire knowledge base that we are actually gathering. Okay, in UAVs, in counter drones and missiles. I am sure it will help to develop some solution, develop some product which are very futuristic and which will give the, I would say, the knowledge mixture of everything that we have actually gained through developing this platform.
So what does new generation anti-radiation missile actually mean?
So I would say that normally what happens that whenever any type of radar system emitting device is placed on the other side of the border, right, you definitely want to eliminate that. So this particular missile will be able to listen that where exactly that radiation is coming from, and
And
it
beat
will
it?
go and
Okay.
destroy it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
destroy
it's a very simple language that I explained to, but it's more about how do you ensure that there are no detection system placed on the other side of the border, and this missile understands it automatically and goes and destroys it over there.
Is that also something in the
No,
similar?
that is a NASM, which is a naval anti-ship missile, short range.
So specifically for the Indian Navy again.
Specifically for Indian Navy, it is again launched and goes very at a very low altitude in the sea, and used to destroy the objects in the sea.
Okay. So this is something that would certainly be very relevant now when we're talking about increased offensive on the Arabian Sea or protecting the Indian Ocean
Yes.
region.
Yes. So
And it launches off a warship, is it?
yeah. So we have yes, and it launches from the warship. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is a roundup of what India is trying to do
And we
with
also
the
have
partnership of the private
This
enterprise.
We are
Yeah.
also putting in the helicopter version. Okay, so the helicopter also carries this one, and it is used to destroy those targets. Yeah.
Okay, so the capability being developed to make India stronger, talking about self-reliance and also talking about world-class arms, ammunition and intelligence gathering. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagraju, Sudhir, NDTV.